Welcome to my humble, beautiful yoga space. Thank you for your subscription. This is the 45-minute or so practice. I'm like, or so. Listen, today is one of those invitations just to be in your sovereignty like most episodes. Yet today, I've been feeling like a real push and a real pull in the outer realms, meaning other people's opinions and thoughts. So I've been really kind of going inward towards myself, and I felt this like really deep need to love myself and who I am and where I am right now. I don't need to meet the needs of others, and nor do you. So coming here at this time in this place on your mat is coming home to the self. Literally, let's be in our sovereignty, meaning love yourself. So to begin this practice, I invite everyone to make sure you have your yoga paraphernalia, nelia, or yoga stuff. You can go to my website under affiliations, and there's the yoga warehouse where you could click on and purchase anything you see here. Okay, they have everything. It's amazing. So let's begin today's practice with first you sitting with me, whether you're seated in virasana or cross-legged or any position that works for you. This is about you. Okay, this is about you. Take a deep breath in and let it go. Let it go. Whether you've been feeling angst towards your loved ones, towards your spouse, towards your children, towards the environment outside of you, meaning other people, then please just know that you can only meet your needs. Nobody else can meet your needs. So taking this time for yourself is doing so. Let go of all the other kerfuffle that's going on out there, and let's build ourselves up with such strength. So sitting up nice and tall, I like to begin every practice with just saying Om. Can you say Om? Ah, oh, Om. That is the sound of the universal consciousness and love. So let's just bring our hands together. If you're not a chanter, trust me, we're not going to chant. I would just love to invite you just to say Om, okay? As you close your eyes and lift your heart into your thumbs, the mudra is Anjali Mudra. Take a moment to set your intention for your practice. I have the word or the phrase or an idea, a picture. Today, I'm just saying exhale all day today. Exhale, just exhale, because there's a lot of interference wanting to come in. And if I just exhale, that gives me permission to stop and reevaluate what's coming in my direction. How do I wish to respond or react? So what's your intention? Take a moment to close your eyes and just sit with yourself. Feel the breath. Let it out. Let it in, let it out, let it in, let it out. That's all you have to do. Mindful belly breaths. Good. Let us do one beautiful Om. Just not a chant, just say Om, Om, Om. What is your intention? Om. Good. And when you're ready to blink your eyes open, here we are. Let us begin the second part by moving the body to prepare it to root to rise to get up. Big stuff. So I recently just posted this in the core and breath practice. I'd like to do this in the 45-minute practice. Stretch your legs out all the way alongside your mat, so lengthwise. Flex your feet, even take your heels off the mat, and sit up as tall as you can and lift your heart. So that may mean bend your knees. Have your yoga paraphernalia, nelia, stuff beside you. You may need it. So sometimes when we roll back, people like to hold something between their hands or put it between their feet. I think that going back, your feet will drag. So just squeeze your feet together if that's at all possible to your best ability, flexing your feet, pressing through the balls of the feet. Take a nice deep breath in, reach your arms out in front of you. You can start with them up above you and then draw them in front of you and then hug the arm bones into the shoulders. And then start to scoop the tailbone, knit the belly button in. Even if you have a bloated belly like I do today, just keep on being mindful of love and kindness and roll yourself all the way down onto the floor. Inhaling your arms all the way over the crown of the head. So again, if you holding a block doesn't work for you, you can have your arms wide apart. You don't need a block. Some of you like to squeeze something. When you're ready to in-breath, take your arms back up over the shoulders towards the ceiling. Flex your neck, look towards your toes or your belly flesh, whatever you see first, and then dig your tailbone and your heels, squeezing your legs together into the floor, pressing through the ball mounds of your feet like you're pressing against a gas pedal. So some of you may be pressing your feet up against the wall, that's great, but as we roll back, the feet will move away from the wall. So keep on going. We're going to do this about 10 times to your best ability. So the more you practice this, the more it's going to look this easy, trust me. Lengthening, toning, squeezing, hugging, keeping your neck as neutral as possible, except for when we flex it to roll down. Inhale, arms overhead, neutral. And then really power up those legs as we lift our thoracic spine. So toning the belly button in and squeezing the legs in and pressing through the 4 points of your feet. Keep it going. It is such a practice. Some of you will be holding your legs to do this. That's awesome. You can press and squeeze your thigh flesh as you press and squeeze the thigh flesh in, thighs in. Yeah, you can pick yourself up. Sometimes that helps. Whatever you need to do just to start to build the awareness in the abdominals. They will start to participate once you wake them up. So again, we're working in hugging everything into the midline. Big toes, your inner thighs, your inner knees hug in. You're scooping the tailbone. You've got it. Yeah. Just like that. Big stretches. And then on your next one, inhale, rising up. Squeeze, 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 then bend your knees and voila, you're up. So this is where I'm just going to turn forward to face you to get up, to stand up. So tuck your right leg in, let your left leg come out to the side, twist towards the right leg and lift your bum up, and then take it back down. It's going to be a bit of a practice. So fingertips into the floor, bum up, slow it down and take it down. Okay? Then next time, take your bum up, flex your right toes under, press back into your right toes, lift your knee up, press into both feet and rise up. Then take it back down. So bend your knees. I know a lot of you have issues in your knees. That's why we're practicing. Lean back down onto your bum and then switch sides. So left heel comes in, right leg goes out to the side. So I'm having you all twist and turn towards the left knee so that you could create some space for boobies and belly. So as you lift your bum and root it back down. Some of you do not need to use your hands. You can lift up and root down. Okay, you decide. If you're using your hands, press your hands into the floor, lift your bum, flex. So you have to move your hips, flex your left toes under, press back into your left toes, lift your left knee, hands or no hands, and then press into both feet and rise up. Voila, you're up. So whichever side was easiest, just keep on working both sides. Come to the top of your mat. Make sure you have your 2 blocks at the front of your mat. We will use them. I prefer my wooden blocks, and I'm going to line them up lowest level on the very edge of my yoga mat on either side, and then finding your mountain pose. Once you find your mountain pose, lengthen the tailbone down, press your thigh bones back and apart, rise up through the crown of the head, rooting through the 4 points of your feet, and then finding your mountain pose. Good. So from here, inhale, reach your arms out to the side, or you could go out in front of you and shine them up. I know you won't see my arms in a second because they'll be cut off there. And then exhale your hands to your heart center. Let's continue to do this. So root through the 4 points of your feet. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale your hands to your heart center. Close your eyes and do that about 5 more times at your own pace. Just really getting into your beautiful body, feeling the body in awareness, finding that connection. Yeah, rooting through the 4 points of your feet. Good, now let's add on to that. So inhale, reach your arms all the way up towards the sky. And then exhale, hinge your bum back as if you're sitting in a chair that's not there. And then bring your arms right out in front of you. Stay paused halfway. So you're moving your bum back in space. You're knitting your belly button in and anchoring your tailbone down. Turn your palms up as if you're holding soup in them. Yeah. And then from there, oh yes, sink your hips further back so your knees do not surpass your toes. See this, how I'm moving my bum back? And then root to rise. Inhale, shine all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Let's do that 3 more times. So inhale, reach up. Exhale, sink back, sink back. Hold this for a couple of breaths. Shift your hips around. Feel the roots of your feet. Tone the belly button in. Keep your neck neutral. Open up that heart. You can take your arms wider if that feels better. And then on your next in-breath, press into your feet to rise up. Exhale, hands to heart center. 2 more times. So inhale, reach it up. Exhale, sink it back. Feel it, groove it. Swing your hips around. Open up those palms like you're holding soup bowls so your arms are active. You're moving your knees back. You're sinking your hips down. So flexion. Good. Root to rise. Inhale up. Exhale, hands to heart center. 1 more time. Inhale, sweep it up. You're getting stronger. Exhale, sink it back. Move it back. Move it back. Lift your heart. Tone the belly button in. Lengthen your neck. Yeah. This time we're going to exhale all the way down to the floor. In your next exhalation, hinge your ribs to your thighs. Keep your knees bent. Let your head go. Take your hands to the back of your calves. Look in towards your pubis. Literally tuck your head up inside there. Good. Rock on the 4 points of your feet. Sway your hips. Let those calves and those hamstrings say hello. And as you tuck your head in, maybe suggest your head goes in with the help of a hand. Just gently nudging your head in towards your shins. The fascia tends to get really tight and we tend to hold the head up not knowing it's unconscious, so let's get conscious. In breath, lift your heart and your head, come up, fingertips onto your blocks. So your knees stay bent, you're moving your hips back and you're lifting your heart forward and then broadening in the collarbone by turning your elbow creases to face forward. Feel the 4 points of your feet. Yoga for recovery is about doing yoga or being in the yoga practice and doing it from a place of kindness, mindful movement and breath so there are no injuries, okay? On your next exhalation, sink your hips back down as if you're sitting in a chair that's not there. Sweep your arms forward, sink your hips a little further back, and we're gonna add on to this. Take your left arm back behind you and start to open up your chest towards the left thigh. But keep your left knee moving forward as you twist. It's not easy. Inhale, take the left arm forward. Take your right arm back. Keep the right knee moving forward in line with the left knee and turn your sternum. You got it. Inhale back to center. Sink your hips a little lower as you exhale and then inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Let's do that again. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, sink your hips further back and then forward fold all the way in towards your shins. Take your hands to the back of your calves. Keep your knees bent. Tuck your head in. A couple of breaths here. Lift and spread your toes. Forward fold and close your eyes. Sway your hips around. Breathe your breath so your belly's pressing against your thighs. See how bent my knees are? Good. And then in breath, come up into a half standing forward fold known as Arda Uttanasana. Come up onto your finger pads, blossom your bum, keep those knees bent. If you can straighten your legs and keep your bum blossoming without snapping your knees, that's awesome, and keeping your spine elongated. See how nice and long my spine is? So if you snap your knees straight and you end up doing that, that's not the position. So bend your knees. Got it. Good. Now everyone start to sink your hips back, bending your knees even more. Sweep your arms forward, holding those soup bowls. Feel that energy. And this time we're going to turn to the right first. So right arm goes back, left arm moves forward. Sink your hips down. Keep that right knee shifting forward. Oh my goodness. Inhale, center. Left arm moves back. Finding a twist, so it's in your belly. Keep the left knee moving forward as you reach the arm back. Inhale, center. Sink a little deeper. And then inhale, rise it up. Exhale, Anjali Mudra, prayer. Let's do 1 more of those. Inhale, sweep it up. Exhale, forward fold. Let your head go. You got it. Sway those hips around. Grab the back of your legs if that feels good to you. Tuck your forehead in. Keep those knees bent so your bum's blossoming. Oh yeah, you can even lift and spread your toes. Then on your next in-breath, heart lifts, spine is long. You're still blossoming your bum. What I mean by that is you're pressing your inner thighs back and apart. There's flexion in your pelvis. Good, and then sink your hips down, sweep your arms up, Uttanasana, chair pose, left arm back, right arm forward, feel the twist, you got it. Inhale, center, exhale, right arm back, feel the twist, inhale, center, exhale, sink deeper, inhale, rise and shine, exhale, Anjali Mudra, fantastic, you're stronger. Good, now let's add on to this. Inhale, sweep those arms up nice and bright. Exhale, sink your hips all the way back, forward folding into Uttanasana. Let your head go. Inhale, half back. Use your blocks. Exhale, go deeper. Make sounds. Inhale, place your fingers as wide as your mat and alongside your toes and start to step one foot, then the other foot back into a plank, reassessing your hands. Once you step back into your plank, stir around. You can lift your hips a little higher, keeping your shoulders moving in a sense forward and back, so you're playing in your plank. And then from there, press your heels back, extend through the crown of the head, lift your thighs back and apart for 5. So strong plank for 4, for 3, strong foundation 2, and then shift your shoulders forward past your fingertips, lower your knees, lift your feet, tone the belly, turn your elbow creases to face forward, and slowly lower your thoracic spine down so it's upper body strength. Let the belly button touch, the pubis touch, that is. Keep your shoulders lifted, plant or flex your feet, extend through the crown of the head, reach your arms straight back, lift the front of your shoulders, really plant or flex your feet into the floor. Mindful of that energy there. There you go. And then land your hands at your lowest ribs, press them down. Keep your feet pressed down, plant or flex, and then let's rise up a little bit in a cobra, and then lengthen the heart forward, straighten your elbows, and drag your heart forward, up dog. Got it? Bend your knees into the floor, blossom your bum, slowly sink back. These are really deep postures, so be kind. The lumbar spine will feel this. If you're moving through a moon cycle, ladies, note that this isn't necessarily the best one for your lower back. I'm in my moon cycle, so I'm feeling it on my back, but yet today I feel an urgency to do it. So listen to yourself. If you need to take the week off during moon cycles, please do. And if not, make sure you're very kind and slow it down. Inhale, tabletop. Curl the toes under, a little cat-cow, move your spine. What is cat-cow? It's an undulation of your spine. Exhaling, forehead to pubis. Inhale, back of the skull to your sitting bones, the belly drops. Do that a couple more times. Feel that, that arrangement. All kinds of stuff is going on in here today. Good. And then from there, let's hover the knees up off the floor for 5, for 4, strong arms for 3, 2, lift the knees, downward facing dog as you hinge at your hips and full flexion of your shoulders, or bring your shoulders more forward. You decide. Now let's pedal this out through the feet, feeling what you're feeling, blossoming your bum. Nice. And then inhale into your plank, reassess your feet further back. And this is where we're going to get a little bit more technical. So as you press the floor away and reach to the crown of the head, let's just lower the right knee, lift the left leg, bend the left knee out, and draw the left knee up towards the left tricep, knee, elbow, something, or not knee, elbow, tricep, or armpit, and then straight back. So do a couple more rounds of that. So you're exhaling, squeezing it in, inhaling it back. You're strengthening your lumbar spine. So bring it in and extend it back. That's 3. Lower the right knee, extend the left leg, or the left knee down, extend the right leg. So if I get my lefts and rights, you guys figure it out. So once you reach out through the right leg, bend it and bring it in. So literally bringing it in and extending it out. Keep your neck neutral. 3 on each side, squeeze it up and in, bring it back. Slow it down so it's more methodical, meaning less injurious, right? So as you extend that right leg back, let the right toes land, lift the left knee. You got it. Lift your hips up towards the sky, downward facing dog. Reassess your feet so you can press the floor away with your hands and you feel secure and safe in your hands. Because now you're going to lift that left leg, bend the left knee, and bring it up into the armpit as you bring your shoulders over your wrists. And then bring it all the way up and back. 3 of those. Shoulders over wrists, really flexing that left foot all the way up and back. Slow it down. There's no need to hurry it up. So you're exhaling, shoulders over wrists, knee into the armpit, all the way up. Let it land. If you need a breather, bring your knees to the mat, a little cat-cow, or staying in your down dog. 5 breaths here. So shifting your shoulders forward towards your wrists will give you some reprieve in your shoulders if your shoulders do not like full flexion. Got it? In and out breath. Ujjayi breathing even. Can you feel the tip of your nose as you draw the breath in to the roof of your mouth, to the back of your throat, into your diaphragm. Ready for the next side? If you're resting, come on up into your down dog. Inhale, right leg, bend right knee, right shoulder, or shoulders over wrists, knee to the armpit, and straight up and back. 2 more. Slow it down. Feel the exhalation and the squeeze all the way up. Last one. Squeeze all the way up. Release, plank it. Slowly lower the knees to the floor. Slow, slow, slow. Hover, hover, hover for 5, 4, 3, 2. Knees to the mat, feet up off the floor. Slowly coming through chaturanga. Lower the pubis, plantar flex your feet. Extend your arms straight back. Lift the front of your shoulders. Press into your feet. Keep on rolling those shoulders back for 5, for 4, 3, 2. Hands at your lowest ribs. Curl the toes. Let's lift up into that cobra. Then your up dog as you press your thighs back and apart. So you got to really work the thighs. Then knees to the mat. Plantar flex your feet if they aren't already, and sink back into your child's pose. Walk your hands ahead of you. Take a moment to wiggle your tailbone into your heels. Squeeze your knees tightly together so the belly flesh is going to be over top. If you're up higher because of stuff, that's okay. Walk your hands all the way over to the right. Lean the left, to the left, okay? Take your left sitting bone to your right heel and sink down into that right side. So literally my hands are pressing the floor away from me and then towards the front of the room or the front of my mat, so I can really get into that lower dotted curve. And just breathe. Let your hair fly out. Let your hair be what it needs to be. Don't worry about your clothes and your hair. Sink, sink, sink. I often find in yoga studio classes, everyone's fidgeting around with their hair and their clothes. Inhale, come back to center. Take your right sitting bone to the left heel and walk your hands all the way out to the right side and resist the floor. Once again, you're pressing the floor away and towards the front of your mat, so you get a nice big C curve in that area. You got it. Good. So yoga for recovery is about slowing down and being kind to yourself. Inhale, come back to center. Reassess into tabletop. Curl your toes under. Fix your clothes if you want to. Hover the knees up off the floor. Then find your downward facing dog. Yeah, pedal your feet. Reassess your feet. And then let's find that down dog that's most optimal for you. And then pick up that left leg. Extend that left leg through the balls of the feet. So look at my foot's flaring. Then bend the knee out to the side and draw it up into your armpit. Squeeze it up as high as you can. And then all the way up and back again. 2 more times. So we're working in 3s today, pretty much. So feeling that, move your body, shoulders over wrists to get there. All the way up and back. Release that right foot or left foot and take your right foot up. Keep it going. So 3 on the right side, shoulders over wrists. Inhale up. And doing more doesn't make it better, but if you're doing more, God bless you, do you. Yeah, I can't remember, did I do 3? And then slowly release that right foot. Inhale, plank pose. Press the floor away, knit the belly button in, keep your neck neutral. Now you can either lower your right knee or keep your right knee up, lift the left leg in plank pose and draw the left knee into your left armpit and straight back. So 3s, right? So bring that left knee into the armpit and straight back. It's all coring in. Bring it in, bring it back. If you need to reprieve, knees to the mat, take a breather, downward facing dog, whatever works for you. And then we'll go to the right side. Plank it, slow it down. Pick up that right leg, bend the right knee into your armpit. Extend it back, use your breath. Exhale it up and in. Inhale it back. 1 more. Exhale it in. Inhale it back. You can plank it, down dog it, or knees to the mat and reprieve it. You decide for 5, for 4, wherever you are, for 3, 2, and then slowly hover the knees towards the mat and then plantar flex your feet. Sit back into your child's pose. Knees together, walk your hands all the way over to the left sitting bone to your right heel. Resist the floor, press the floor away, so that you can really get into the nitty-gritty of the right side of your body. Your head can move, you can make funny sounds, move your jaw, but there's a lot of activity in your hands. Inhale, come to center. Right sitting bone to left heel, arms all the way to the left side, or right side. I get about my lefts and rights all wrong today. And breathe. Slowing it down and noticing what you need to do for yourself. Good, inhale, come back to center. Reassess your hands tabletop, knit the belly button in, curl the toes under, press the floor away, hover the knees for 5, for 4, lots of upper body strength, 3, 2, downward dog it. You got it. So now we're going to add on. We've been doing so good at this. So let's just do one more chaturanga. Inhale to plank. Tilt your body weight forward, knees or no knees, all the way through, coming all the way down to the mat. Plant or flex your feet, press your pubis into the mat, reach arms way back. Feel that Salambhasana first, checking in there. Oh yeah, lengthen that tailbone. And when you're ready, take your hands to your lowest ribs, pushing into the tops of your feet, lifting the front of your shoulders. Think chaturanga, or not chaturanga, cobra, bhujangasana to up dog. So you lift your inner thighs. Good, then plant your knees. Child's pose. So if you have issues with that particular movement, then email me, have a conversation with me. You're not the only one that going into up dog is a challenge, okay? On your next in and out breath, rise up onto your shins. Hello, bird's eye view. I'm gonna move forward. Take a couple of really deep belly breaths. Keep on coming back to the belly. Come back to the belly breath. Come back home here, okay? Being up here and anxious and not getting the breath in is not going to serve you. So keep that breath moving from here to here. Fill up your lungs completely. Good stuff. Tabletop. Curl your toes under. Hover the knees from tabletop. You can do a little cat-cow if that feels good to you. Remember, anything that works for you. When you're ready to hover the knees, move into your down dog. And then we're going to come up onto the left finger pads and lift the left leg up like a dog peeing on a fire hydrant and draw it back. Shift your shoulders towards your wrists so your shoulders are moving forward, and bring that left knee into your armpit and take it back again. So just like that. So you're up on your left fingers. Do it in 3. Squeeze it in and up and back. You've got it. Last one. Ding. Good. Release that left hand, left foot. If you need a little breather, take a breather. You do you. When you're ready, come and join us in the right hand. Come up onto your finger pads, lift the right leg up, shoulders over wrists, bring it in. You've got it, you're playing. Go slow, keep both arms strong. You've got it, yeah. Take it back. Good, now come back up onto your left hand. Let's lift that left leg up. This time we're gonna bring that left knee as high up into the chest and land the left foot. Take the left foot and move it forward. Reassess your back right foot so you can feel strong and your feet are hip distance apart. Lower that right knee and then rise up onto your shin. You've got this strong body. Lengthen the tailbone down. Hands can be on your hips. Hands can be on your thigh. Hands can be at your side. Hands can be anywhere you want them to be. As you engage your inner thigh, squeeze them together and see if you can pick up that back right knee. Good. Open up those arms, reassess your feet so you feel powerful and strong and you can dance in this position. So that right foot is hip distance apart from the left foot. Keep your left knee from surpassing your left toes. Rise up through those beautiful arms, left arm back, right arm forward. I love twisting. In every episode, I do bring in twists because it's important to detox. So you're bending into the left knee and your right knee can soften towards the floor so that you can get a greater twist. Oh, it just cracked my back. That's awesome. Come back up center, unplug your left toes. They tend to grip, unplug them. Let's hang out in our crescent lunge. So play in your crescent lunge, anything you want to do with your arms, wiggle it around. Feel the grace of your being, say yes. And then when you're ready to exhale, release, touch down, step back to your down dog. Let's move through that chaturanga. Inhale to plank, knees or no knees. Exhale, take it all the way down. A little Salambhasana. Feel that? Oh yeah. There she is. Hands at your lowest ribs. You can either go right into your child's pose from this push-up position or rise up into cobra to up dog and then knees to the mat to child's pose. You've got it. Active child's pose. So this is child's pose. Lift your bum, curl your toes. Active child's pose. Resist the floor, float the knees, downward facing dog. Now let's do the right side. Come up with the right finger pads pressing into the mat. Lift that right leg up, swirl it around. Okay, good. Bring it as close up into your armpit as you can. Step it underneath the belly, move it forward between your hands. You've got high lunge to low lunge. Once you lower that left knee, rise up, adjust everything that you need to adjust, like belly and stuff. Tone the belly button, hands where you need them to be. Hug those inner thighs in and pick up that back left leg. So adjusting your back left knee so that you can lean back so you're not catapulting forward. Catapulting. So feel that. Good. Now when you're ready and you've reassessed that back left foot so you feel secure, so you want to be able to dance in it, twist it. So that means the left arm moves forward, the right arm moves back. Tuck that tailbone down, knit that belly button in. Give yourself a big, bright twist. Play with it a little bit. Get into it. Notice where you're at. And when you're ready to come center, when you come center, play in your crescent lunge. Keep your neck neutral. Play. So make sure your knee does not surpass your right toes, that you're in that beautiful crescent lunge. Reassessing your back right toes if you need to. Left toes. Good. Open yourself up. This is the practice. And when you're ready to exhale, release, touch down. This time, we're going to step that left foot forward into Arda Uttanasana. So coming into your half standing forward fold by bending your knees and blossoming your bum. So let's play with it, coming back into this half standing forward fold. Exhale into your fullest forward fold, bending those knees, let your head hang in. Look up towards your pubis. Hello, pubis. Then inhale back up into your half back. Bend your knees enough that you can sink your hips further back. Hello, Tyson's barking, of course. Then sweep your arms forward like you're holding those soup bowls. Sink your hips further back so your knees do not surpass your toes. There you go. I'm going to add a twist here. So left arm back, right arm forward, but keep your left knee moving forward. See if you can upright your torso. Good. Inhale, both arms come forward. Exhale, right arm back, left arm forward. So you're shifting your right knee forward. Doesn't have to be a huge twist. Inhale forward, sink your hips even further back more, and then inhale, rise and shine. Exhale to Anjali Mudra. Wow, that was great. I gotta fix my pants today. Tadasana, shake it out. And let's go for a little bit of a spin on that one. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, hinge, hips, knees, forward fold. Come all the way down into your Uttanasana. Inhale to a half back. Heel toe your feet at least hip distance. Got it. Exhale, forward fold. All external distractions are just distractions. Stay with your breath. Inhale, half back again. Feel the lunging, the hips, the knees. Like really, this is like a prep for lunging and squatting. So feel those knees. Then take your hands as wide as your yoga mat, somewhere in line with your feet, and start to step left foot, right foot back into your plank as we did at the beginning. And once you find that plank position, stir it around. You've got it. And then we're going to lower the right knee, pivot on the right knee, right toes off the mat. Pick up the left leg and the left arm and move them around. Feel that opening through your spine. And then take that left knee into your chest. Swing it forward, reassess your back, right toes, low lunge, slowing it down. Lengthen the tailbone. When you're ready, you're gonna rise it up. See if you can unengage these gripped left toes so that you need to bring your right foot forward so that you have a great crescent lunge, and then twisting towards the left. Nice and spacious, open up. So when we twist, it takes a lot of foundational strength. Root through your feet, but without gripping with your left toes. And then lean back, take it back a little bit. So that means the softening of or bending of the right knee. Inhale back up to center. You've got it. Exhale, forward fold. Let's go right into plank. Stepping left foot and right foot, plank it. Knees or no knees, move through your chaturanga. Plant or flex your feet, reach your arms straight back, Salambhasana. Feel the length of your body. Oh yeah, there she is. Hands at your lowest ribs, curl the toes. Either push up, child's pose actively, or choose to cobra, to up dog, to knees to the mat, to toes flexed, to active child's pose, everyone, to downward facing dog. You got it, yeah. Swaying those hips, noticing what you notice. A down dog a day keeps the doctors away. And I say it pretty much in every episode that I do a down dog. Good, now let's inhale back into our plank. Reassess your feet. Lower the left knee, pivot on the left toes. Right leg comes out, right arm goes up. Then you could play in the right arm and the right leg. Lengthening and playing. And when you're ready to bring that right knee into your heart center and bring it all the way forward, reassess the back left toes. Rise up. Yeah. So again, this is where it gets a little bit complex. Not my hair, but... So hug, 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 hug. And then when you rise up, you get stronger in your root chakras. Knit that belly button in, soften the back, left knee, reassess your left foot so you feel secure and safe, twist towards the right. So when you're twisting, again, we're wringing out toxins. We're getting into the diaphragm. Find your twist that's most healthiest for you. Ungrip the right toes. So we tend to dig into those leading toes. Ungrip them. Good, and then take it back to center. Shazam. And this time we're going to exhale, release down, and inhale, Arda Uttanasana. Feel that half standing forward fold. Blossom your bum, swing those hips around. Good, feel that, just playing in it. So see if we can lift our heels as we keep our hearts lifted. You could go onto higher blocks if you need to. In other words, you just flip your blocks sideways so that you can pick up your chest. Feel better, and your spine is longer. Now you decide, so lifting your heels but blossoming your bum and leading your heart forward. Then lower your heels, keep your heart leading forward by grabbing the blocks and moving your heart forward. So my spine stays long, and lift the balls of your feet and your toe pads. So you feel it in the back of your legs. Bend your knees to do that. Good, and then exhale the 4 points of your feet. Exhale deeper into your shins. Then inhale, chair pose, sink your hips way back. Sweep those arms forward. Play, play, play. And then root a little deeper, heels back. Dig those heels like isometrically. You want to rip the heels away from the midline. You feel those legs more. And then rise up. And then exhale to Anjali Mudra. Yeah. Sway around. Take a breather here. Notice what you notice. And then let's go one more round. Inhale, sweep it up. Exhale, forward fold. Come into that forward fold, right into it. You got it. Inhale, half back. Yeah. Exhale, go deeper into your forward fold. Bend those knees, hands as wide as your mat. Inhale, lift heart and head. Step right foot, left foot back into plank pose. Shuffle around in your plank. Notice what you notice. Yeah, it's great stuff. And then from here, let's exhale into your down dog. Yeah. Stir the feet around, pedal the heels. Notice what you notice, and we'll play with just lifting that one leg again and moving it forward. So let's take that left leg up, come up onto your left finger pads and open up, like open up. And then bring that left knee as far forward into your armpit, shoulders over wrists, stepping that left foot forward. This time we're going to keep the right knee up, but soften the right knee and rise right up into the high lunge. From high lunge to crescent lunge, twisting towards the left. So we could just change it up a little bit, but you're still getting that. Juicing it up. Strong arms. I'm always, most often feeling as if I'm putting my hands in really tight gloves. So you're drawing the energy from the peripheral fingers into the very core of your pelvis. Shake it up forward. Beautiful. Exhale. This time we're just going to touch down and step back into your down dog. I like to stay up on my finger pads to strengthen my wrists. When you're ready, you're going to pick up that right leg, bending and extending it, and then moving that right foot forward. Take it up there. If it doesn't make it, between your hands, bend that back left knee just enough that you can rise up. And when you rise up, go, yeah. Left arm moves forward, right arm moves back. So you're really in the twist, getting into your twist. Celebrate you. So anything I do direct or say, suggest for you, invite you to do, you could do it any way you want to. Hands to heart center when you come back to center. And then very mindfully release, touch downward facing dog. From here, pedal your feet, swing your hips, resist the floor with the root of your base knuckles, index fingers, smile at yourself. And then inhale, shoulders over wrists, stay on the balls of your feet, your toe pads. Bend the knees slowly towards the floor with the pushing of the floor away with your hands. Knit the belly button in. Knees to the mat. Plant or flex your feet. Sit back, child's pose for real. Rest. Open up your knees as wide as you can. Slide your elbows forward. Let your forehead land. Thumbs to the nape of the neck. If that's not for you today, forward flexion does not work for you, then you need to do you. Alternatives, so many. If you do have a lot of knee stuff going on and you're not ready to bend and flex your knees, consult your doctor, one that knows things and does yoga. And you can email me, but you can also do the restore and breath practice and start with the core and breath. Okay, 20 minutes. Breathe your breath, and then we're gonna swing those legs to the side. Bring your legs all the way out in front of you. Heel toe the legs all the way to the very edge of your mat. Sitting up nice and tall with bent knees if you need be. Don't need those blocks anymore. And then once again, where we began, scoop the tailbone. As you scoop the tailbone, the legs straighten, the quads are contracted, you're pressing through the balls of your feet, that belly button goes in, and you are rounding your spine, and you are in control. So from my fingers and my toes, whoop, right into the belly, slowly lower yourself down, and then starfish. Open up your legs, open up your arms, and take a moment to be. Reassess your lower back, reassess your head, your shoulders. You are it. You are the point the universe is making. If this is uncomfortable for you to be starfished with a resting position such as this, then bend your knees, feet as wide as your mat, let your knees fall in towards each other. If you need the blanket underneath your occiput bone, please place it there. Yeah, you do you. This is our resting point. Gratitude for just a 45-minute practice, for coming home to the self, meeting the self where your needs are met. Pay attention to your breath. Fullness of breath into the lungs and fullness of breath out from the abdomen, the belly, the diaphragm, using that muscle energy to devoid the breath, playing in the belly area. You've got it, yeah. Did I say I love yoga? I love yoga. Slow down, peeps. Let yourself be where you need to be. I say never ever give up. I say instead, choose to begin loving yourself and meet your needs. Go to your mind's eye, the place between your eyebrows, and soften as much as you can soften in this position. Rest. Let yourself rest just for 2 minutes. That's all that you need to do. Don't worry about time. I've got you covered. Just soften. Can you surrender? What are you holding on to? Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. If your mind is wandering, begin your count breath. In breath is 1. Out breath is 2. In breath is 3. Out breath is 4. In breath is 5. Out breath is 6. Counting breath helps us to stay focused. In breath is 7. Out breath as 8. In breath is 9. And letting that last breath of exhalation in a count go. Let it go. Let it go. Remind yourself of your mantra, of your intention. And then I invite everyone to bend one knee, then the other knee, feet flat on your mat, as wide as your mat. And then begin to engage in a windshield wipe as you exhale your knees to a side. Move your face in the opposite direction of your knees. In breath, knees and face to center. Exhale your knees and your face in opposing sides, feeling your twist that we did standing. Keep it going with breath. So in-breath center, out-breath to a side. Okay, in-breath center, out-breath to a side. Oh yeah, that feels so good. Keep it going, nice and easy. The more you become aware of breath and lead your body with breath, the more your parasympathetic system will be constantly your common denominator. What is that? That is where we rest and digest, as opposed to sympathetic, where we're in fear and flight. Yes, fear and flight needs to be on when we're doing active work, when we are arranging ourselves to be active, but yet it's the common denominator underneath it, the parasympathetic system, that most human beings are lacking awareness and or even in function of. So let us start to slow right down. And this concludes literally your 45 or so minute practice. Let's enjoy hugging the knees in towards the chest. If your lower back is feeling sensitive, keep on practicing. You can always email me, book a massage appointment if you live locally. Crossing your ankles, holding your knees. If you can hug them in closer and tuck your forehead into your knees, or if you prefer to have your knees wide apart and feet apart, hold knee creases, neck flexed. Start to vertically roll yourself as you feel you can keep your flexion of your abdominals. So do this several times until you come to sit. And there you are, sitting with funny hair. So as you come to your seat, crossing your legs and maybe using the support of your bolster to sit on, remind yourself that your space is yours and everything around it, you want to be able to access it. Again, the sound of Om, just saying Om, Om, Shanti, 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 meaning peace, peace, peace. Let us bring our hands together in union at the heart center. And the sound of Om is about consciousness. It is consciousness and it is love. And especially during these curious times, we could all use more love for ourselves, meet your needs, and then offer up that peace from your heart to yourself so that you can offer that to others. So again, Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. From my light to your light. May you continue in each episode learning more about yourself and staying on your path of self-discovery, breathing. You've got this. Again, any questions, feel free to email me. I am here for you. I am your yoga guide. Until the next episode, namaste.